The Chicago Bulls get a win in overtime over the Cleveland Cavaliers in the team's preseason finale. P. Will also goes down with the injury and does not play in most of the second half of this game. We're going to talk about it all and more, break it down right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Hayes, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this game for today. So the Chicago Bulls end up pulling out a victory in overtime against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This was a game where the Bulls were not as crisp or did not shoot as well as what we saw in the last couple of preseason games, but they still are able to get the victory with some actually crazy big plays from Catfish Carter. But THT again having another big fourth quarter as well. Every player checked into this game. Not Billy Donovan. Wes Unseld went deep into that bench in the second half of this game. And overall, the starters all got in double digits again. In the first half of this game, I talked about how it really felt like the Bulls weren't spreading the ball around as much as they had in the last couple of preseason games. Well, everybody got double-digit shots except for P. Will. Again, P. Will went down, only playing, I think, 2 minutes in the second half of this game. He gets 8 shots, but 16 shots for Vooch. He goes 8 of 16 for 18 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Another good stat sheet night from Vooch, right? Kobe White, 14 points, going 5 of 14 from the field. He has 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals in this game. He also has 5 turnovers, most of those coming in the first half, so much better second half. Zach LaVine, 18 points, going 7 of 14 from the field, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 19 points from Ayo Dosunmu, who leads the Bulls in scoring, starting in place of Josh Giddey. This is a game, though, that the offense never quite clicked like we saw before. Now, we did have some instances of it clicking, especially once Lonzo Ball was out there, who had himself another awesome day with 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in 16 minutes of play. Only 1 turnover as well. Lonzo Ball is just playing really efficient, smart basketball right now for the Bulls, and it's good to see him have a second really efficient game in a row. Jalen Smith, terrible first half in the game. He's now made it through preseason 0 of 19 from the three-point line in preseason so far for Jalen Smith, but 5 of 9 overall in the field, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal in this game. Like when he was out there in transition, Busilis had a really good, stretch out there as well in his 15 minutes. He was 3 or 4 from the field. Really good movement and things from Modest Busilis. But THT with 9 points, that mainly coming in the fourth quarter. Chris Duarte had a good fast break, steal and dunk for himself. That was the only bucket he made, though. He was 0 of 5. And overall, the Bulls just weren't an efficient team tonight. 18 turnovers, 33% from three-point line, 46% from the field overall. And both teams just played really sloppy. Really, really sloppy at times in this game. And you could tell it was the end of the preseason, and both the teams didn't seem as locked in. The Bulls had 14 fast break shots. They made 7 of those. They went 29 of 50 in the paint as well, so really good efficiency from the Bulls on that one. They also finished with an offensive rating of 105. Not great there, but the defense was okay, right? So another just game where the Bulls is just, it's kind of hard to get a grasp on what this team is going to be in the regular season outside of energy, right? Outside of energy, outside of playing fast, those things you're going to see from the team. See, this Duarte was actually a height lift to this game. One bucket, one steal. Everything else was bad from Chris Duarte. But overall, it was a weird game. Weird game. Now the Cavs, all their starters, like they had a bunch of players scoring over 20. Karis LeVert had 9, but Darius Garland with 23, Donovan Mitchell with 22, Jared Allen with 25. Listen, I'll tell you this as well. As solid as Vooch's stat line looks, Vooch's defense has taken another step back. Another big step back. Not just a minor one, a big step back. Vooch's defense is god-awful atrocious. Like I could probably score on Vooch in the paint. But again, the stat line, solid. And don't hit me with the plus or minus. I don't care because Vooch was absolutely garbage defensively. But overall in this last preseason game, it was good to see Io. Just Io did not have any fear. Taking 7 3-pointers, hitting 5 of those. I tell you what, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Io DeSumo may be the story of the Chicago Bulls this season. We may look at Io DeSumo's season and say this is a season where he takes his game another step, and people are going to question, especially if Josh Giddey struggles at all. People are going to question why the Bulls traded for Josh Giddey with the way that Io DeSumo looks like he's about to play this season. Offensively, defensively, both sides of the ball, Io DeSumo's just locked in. And he brings such a change of pace for this team that it's evident when he's on the court, things go good. Him and Lonzo, right, for that matter. When those two guys, either one of them are on the court, I'm not saying together, when Lonzo comes on the court, the energy changes, the dynamic changes. When Io's on the court, the energy changes, the dynamic changes. That's really good that you have two players like that are on your team that can help change the energy. No matter how much Lonzo's healthy, he's going to be able to do that. And the same with Io DeSumo. Io, when he's out there, is going to change the energy of this team. Really sloppy first half from this team. Like the first half, they really tightened it up in the second half of this game, and you got to give them credit for that. The Bulls in the first half of the game shot 42% from the field and 32% from three-point range. In the second half of this game, they shot 54% from the field and 37% from three-point range. So, like, it's like they realize, hey, we do still got to actually play a game out here. Or they just went into the locker room and what Unseld Jr. said would need to be said to motivate them. But it was a much better second half for the Bulls than first half. And I'm not saying that the first half was completely and utter trash. It was a lot sloppier than what we've seen from the team, right? And so I'm glad that they tightened up. Only 6 turnovers in the second half of this game for the Bulls, whereas they had 10 turnovers in the first half. So it's just good to see them tighten some of those things up, get some things together, make adjustments, right? Because that's one thing we've always said with this team. We don't always make the adjustments when and where we need them to, or how we want to see them make those adjustments. So it's good to actually see that some in this game as well. But overall, I don't have any harsh takes in this game. I just think that this was just, I hope P. Will's healthy, right? That's the thing. I hope that this isn't anything that may start off the season kind of bad for P. Will. He went down apparently with an ankle injury. We haven't really heard anything since then. But, take that for what you will. We got more than enough players that are ready to fill in at that power forward position. Julian Phillips, the guy who's been playing the best, I say, out of preseason so far, when he has been on the court, had a bad game today. He was 1 of 4 from the field overall, 2 points, 1 rebound. He didn't just do a lot that we've seen Julian Phillips do in some other games, but then again, he only played 16 minutes. So take that for what you will, but that's why you saw a lot of Taylor Horton Tucker in the second half of this game, which I don't think THT registered a minute in the first half of this game. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, THT didn't play at all in the first half of this game. And part of the reason you did see him, and that's what THT's role is probably going to be on this team, right? I don't foresee THT being somebody that plays every single game, but when he does play, he's going to be able to step in when somebody's not playing well or playing up to their level. Maybe they're not rotating defensively. Maybe we just need a change of energy. I think those things are going to happen for THT, but overall, I'm glad that we got the dub. That's the most important thing. I'm glad we got the dub. Now let's get ready to do this again in the regular season in just a few days. Bulls tip off officially Wednesday. Can't wait to see it. Shay says, I don't know about the injury to Patrick Williams. I won't take that too serious. It's probably just a little stinger, probably. And we know that this medical staff hasn't been playing with injuries. If you get dinged up at all, you're sitting your ass down the rest of the game. All right, I've seen enough. Bulls are going undefeated. That is hilarious. The ball-headed hoe got a few nice buckets, and he did. He did. He did get a few nice buckets in there. Duarte was actually the highlight of the game. Yeah, no. Catfish was trying to play. Yeah, I mean, he is. Can we talk about the missed free throws and excessive turnovers, fouls, and three-point shots? I mean, listen, the Bulls are going to take a lot of three-point shots. That just is what it is. They're going to take another 56. I would more rather see the Bulls towards 35 to 40 three-point shots, another 56 three-point shot game, and then free throws, 14 of 21. We need to be a lot better in that area. So, we'll see how that goes for the team. 27 fouls as well for the Bulls, only 18 for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So there you go on that one. Lexus Man says, I agree. This was a fun game. Definitely a fun game. I love how Adama was competing against Jared. Listen, I keep saying it. You guys keep saying it. I want to act like I'm the only one saying it. Adama Sanogo is ready for NBA minutes. I don't know what or who needs to hear this, but somebody needs to hear it because they playing around. Adama Sanogo is ready for NBA minutes. That's just it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's ready for NBA minutes. Get him the minutes. Bulls for life. The Cavs playing their starters to the bitter end of the fourth was pathetic. Imagine going 0-4 in the preseason, couldn't beat the Bulls. I mean, it's preseason. It really doesn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. What a win for the young guys. That had to feel great. They even hung in there against the main starters for the Cavs. This is huge. Motherfucking Javon Carter out there looking like 96 overall my player. That is crazy. That's crazy. I noticed that Bulls for Life absolute dribble from Cleveland, and they still couldn't put us away. That's hilarious. What's the word? What's going on, Vern? Glad to have you in the building. Hayes, due to the bye week, will you rest this Sunday? No, we're still going to be live this Sunday over on Chicago Bears Central. But yeah, other than that, I will get some rest in for sure. Shay says, I know we went down with injury, but do you have to love how he was guarding Evan Mobley? Man, coming out aggressive on the defensive end. Patrick Williams has been doing a really good job when he has been forced to guard up, meaning guard centers or things like that or get switched on centers. He's been doing a really good job of that. So you got to give him credit for that. Hopefully that continues for him as well, but we need him to stay healthy. Super Duper Danko in the building says, Zoe finna have some insane efficiency. Listen, I do agree with that. Lonzo Ball's efficiency has been crazy. 11 points in 16 minutes, like, because he's just going out there and playing and putting it all out there on the court. So you gotta love it. Gotta love it. Duarte, one bucket shooter. Chris Duarte truthers, man. Just gotta tell him, man. I didn't think we'd see my boy BKR join the Duarte truther clan. TC has more than earned his roster spot. Chris Duarte needs to vacate his. He's just bad. I don't know how he made the all rookie team with Io Giddy, but he's just bad now. I mean, listen, Duarte was good that year. I'm sorry, he was good that year, but that's literally been his only good year in the NBA. He's like, it's just been his only good year in the NBA, and he's already 27 years old. It doesn't shape up to look like that's going to change much for him. So, yeah, at this point, it just is what it is. Chicago guys come in clutch. I mean, hey, that's what we do. Close the chat and hit the like. Hey, listen to Bulls Daily. Close the chat, hit the like button. They thought they were going to be an easy morale booster before the season. Shaking my head. Things do look rough at the half, though. Yeah, at the first half, it definitely looked rough, but we came back. The Cavs tried for the win. Tried hard for the win, maybe, with their starters in the end of the fourth was pathetic in every sense of the word. They couldn't even win against the ass end of the Bulls bench. I mean, the Cavs are still going to be they're still going to win a lot of regular season games. A lot of regular season games. Io has been incredible this preseason. 100% agree with you. Shay, Hayes, answer your question from earlier. The reason why they probably have Adama in the G League is probably to keep him in good condition so that when it's time to call him up to the regular roster. Well, let's be clear. Every player on it, well, let me not say every player because Kenny Lofton Jr., he doesn't have to be in the G League to stay in great conditioning, but it is the fact that he's going to actually be able to get minutes. He's going to actually be able to get minutes down there, whereas he would just be on the back end of the bench if he was on the NBA roster. So, that's good. Vooch, after 4 minutes, is gassed in the high pace. Sub him out. Try Smith earlier, and if Vooch was bad, try Sanogo. Well, Sanogo's not going to be out there a lot during the regular season, but we'll see. Lonzo passing. Oh, listen, Lonzo's vision and basketball IQ is honestly crazy. It's really crazy. Hayes, did Duarte take JC's spot in your heart? The fact that you thought that Javon Carter had a spot in my heart and that Chris Valentine Duarte would, whatever his name is. I don't care. I really don't care about either one of them. I don't care. How dare you say I'm part of the Duarte shooter clan and the cult will never get me? That's hilarious. That's funny. What's the word, Hayes? Are you doing Locked on Bulls tonight? No, we don't do Locked on Bulls on Fridays nights because I already did the daily over there. And to be honest with you, I'm tired. I'm tired and I want to do my edible in peace. And I can't do my edible because it went into overtime. And see, this is why, right? This is how much I love y'all. Because I was gonna do the edible. I was gonna take it. At about 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and I was gonna figure, all right, bet that gives me about 30 minutes on the post game show before the edible will kick in. But then I was like, what if this game goes into overtime? Let me not do the edible. I don't think the world is ready for high haze. On top of me fully embracing Petty Roosevelt again, you can't do the combination, right? Like like some things can't live in the same time. I can't be off the Eddie and at the same time be in full Petty Roosevelt mode because at that point the universe may implode, right? Can't do that. Can't do that. TM says, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel. Thank you for subscribing. We definitely appreciate it. Matter of fact, by the way, that reminds me, if you are on here and you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We're the only truly daily, 7 days a week. You're getting content from Chicago Bulls Central every single day of the week. So there you guys go. It's just preseason. Duarte just needed to figure out how he would fit with this new team. He needs to be on the floor with the ball. Someone will set him up. No. There are other players that deserve. No, it's not. Listen, Chris Duarte is 27 years old, heading into his 4th or 5th year in the NBA. He doesn't need time to set up. You should be ready to go. No, Chris Duarte doesn't need time with ball. He's a bad basketball player. Chris Duarte is a bad basketball player. Let's just get that through everybody's head right now. Chris Duarte is not good at the game of basketball on the NBA level. He just isn't. I know he was great internationally. That's cool and all. He could be a Hall of Famer there. But Chris Duarte is not good at the game. Let's just go through this shot chart, right? Let's just look at this. On the season, Chris Duarte has or on the preseason, Chris Duarte has shot 25 shots. He's made 6. 6. 6. 6. Like listen to what I'm saying. 6 shots out of 25, and you're saying he just needs to figure it out? No, he sucks. He's not good. Stop it. He's not good. He's not good. If I could say it in Spanish, I would say it in Spanish. He's not a good basketball player. He's just not. Your Chris Duarte truthers, stop. Your man's not, he's not doing it. Chris Valentine Duarte is not going to be getting minutes for this Bulls team. It's okay. Nice shirt, bro. You still look like the highlighter version of comedian Lil Rel. These jokes travel, Playboy. You know damn well THT look like Kevin, not me. I didn't say you look like THT. That wasn't me that said that part. Now, I will say that you do look like the grown-up version of Lil Bill with braids, but I mean, that just is what it is, bro. You disagree with me that Lonzo will be a good coach, fair, but Zoe, that man is going to be a coaching. Listen, I just don't. No, I don't think that Rondo would be a bad coach. I just think you don't throw him in there right as a head coach right away. That was my thought. Rondo, if he decides to get into coaching, I actually think he'll be good. He has a great basketball mind. Whatever. I do think he's that firingness may calm down. But Zoe, oh yeah, Zoe absolutely will make a great coach. Make a great coach. Stacey King complaining about overtime was jokes, man. Listen, there should be no overtime in preseason. If this game would have went into double overtime, y'all wouldn't have got a post-game show. I'm not even going to front on you. If this game would have went into double overtime, I literally would have looked at the TV and said, bet, I'm taking my edible and going to sleep. Taking my edible and going to sleep. I don't know if you knew this, but Lonzo Ball is back in full effect and is beautiful. Yeah, I mean, listen, Lonzo's playing great. He's playing great. I'm not trading Zach for a while. Let's see how they play. Well, luckily, you're not running the Bulls. No, I mean, not luckily. It is what it is. We'll see what this team does. We'll see what it does. Love the channel, man. The dedication is incredible. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. This is what I love to do. Love to do. Duarte's practice squad MVP. Listen, I'm sure Duarte gets some shots up, bro. Gets some shots up. How many shots has he? 6. 6. 6 shots. 6 of them. This is the person y'all capping for. 6 shots out of 25. Come on, man. 6 out of 25. And some of y'all want to cap for this dude? What are we doing, bro? What are we out here doing? Why do we spend our time on this shit? Why? In God's green earth. Why? 6 shots. 6 of them. 6 out of 25. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's bad. That's just bad, man. Stacey King said when Patrick Williams dunked on Jared Allen, you can do anything you want on the offense and you just have to go for it. Yeah, just go for it. Go for it. 6 of 25. That's crazy. That makes no sense, bro. No sense. None. None. A big season definitely for him, not saying he's gonna go from Vooch to Kawhi Leonard, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out how many shots Duarte's made in the preseason. It was 6. 6. Interesting game. Yeah, interesting game. Our boy Julian didn't play as well this game, but it doesn't change how I feel about him needing minutes in the regular season. That's for sure. Bulls defense is quite absolutely. We knew that coming into this, though. Coming into this, we knew that. We knew that. 6 to 25 is diabolical, bro. That's diabolical. It's the frosted tips, man. Like, stop dyeing your hair as a grown ass man, bro. Just stop it. Stop it. Remember, for 26 months, sea level message, 6 shots. 6, 6. 6 of them, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Come on, bro. It'd be different if he took 10. It'd be different if he took 11. I'd even say this. If he went 6 of 14, it's cool. 6 of 26? Come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? We need to see more cuts on offense. We can't see players standing from the. I 100% agree with you on that one. Completely agree with you on that one. Raw dogged a full game on the Cavs stream. Hey, that had to be hard. That had to be tough, bro. Tough. The 6 guy, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's how you know when I'm done with this, I'm going to sleep. If Hayes is at 30K subs, by the time I come over, I'll get my hair done Duarte style for the United Center visit. That's crazy. The Bulls will have the fastest pace of any team in the preseason. So we'll see if that continues. Man, that mug tastes like I just bit a goddamn bulb. That's a strong edible. How many milligrams is that? Oh, shit. Yep, I'm about to go to sleep. About to sleep good today. Hey, fam, what have we come to where we have someone worse than Catfish on the squad? Listen, bro. It is what it is, man. Hayes, the drip. Oh, listen. This is what I do. You got to coordinate, right? You got to coordinate. I do indeed got that shit on. So Duarte's gonna bring you. Duarte better stay the hell away from here. Because one thing I tell you, I shoot better than 6 to 25 from the field. Tell you that much. Gin is on the. Oh no, fuck that. No. You want to see me go to jail? Give me some gin. I wouldn't even do that to you, BKR. I would not have you fly from overseas for me to drink gin and then you have to bail me out of jail. I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even do that to you. Hayes is smacking like I'm tired, yo. I'm really tired right now. But I'm gonna stop smacking in y'all ear. My bad. Was DeRozan really slowing us down that much, or has there been a renewed focus on speed on offense? Kings will be interesting this season. Yes, I mean, so yes, there definitely was some of DeMar slowing us down. I think DeMar adapted as well as he could, but I do think it's a combination of both. Of course, not having DeMar here is going to speed up your team a lot, but I also think there's like they practice with a 14-second shot clock. They definitely should be moving. You must have seen my comment earlier about the sweater. I didn't. If I did, I don't remember. Duarte is just not talented enough for the NBA. G League All-Star. I mean, listen. Have you ever had absinthe? Absolutely. And no. We're not going to tell the absinthe story. That was back my Philly story is also an absinthe story. Off the Duce Hayes, no excuses. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why do you want to see me off the Duce? But yeah, I mean, this preseason period overall, and I'm going to break it down a little bit more in detail tomorrow on the daily episode, on the morning episode. But I think this preseason was a overall success for the Bulls, right? I think that you still got some things in the regular season. You're going to have some kinks that you're going to have to work out in the start of the season. But I think overall, when you really look at what the season was for the Bulls, what they came into the season needing to show, needing to learn, and to make sure that they are really adapting that new play style. I think we've seen a lot of that, right? And I think we're even seeing Vooch towards the last couple of games that he played in. He's adapting even more to the play style that the Bulls want to play in. So, it is what it is there. Were players moving without the ball? I didn't see the game. No, not as much as they were last game. They weren't. It almost looked like especially in the first half, back to what we saw last season. But again, it's last game of preseason. I'm not gonna have any hard line takes on it. They could have very well just been like, hey, let's just get this over with so we can get this done. Have a couple of days off from games, practice, and let's get ready for Wednesday. Right? Let's get ready for Wednesday. Io is super solid. Io is really good. Io is really, really good, and he's probably gonna have a big season this year. Is there any chance we are above average this season? Yeah, there's a chance. There's always a chance. Always a chance. Hi Hayes has entered the chat. Now, come on now. It's not gonna kick in that fast, bro. Like, chill out. Keep Duarte on the bench, and THC better get that. I mean, listen. At this point, there's nobody else who can get this spot. If the Bulls were to do something crazy and sign somebody else for the final roster spot, that'd just be ridiculous. That'd be crazy to see. Keep Duarte on the bench, and THC better get that. I already read that one. Why didn't Freeman Liberty play any games? Because he got signed and waived. Technically, he's not signed right now. They plan on signing him to the G League team. He's not on the two-way. He's not on the camp deal. He's not on anything like that. Does preseason change your outlook on the season at all? We still chasing that pick? I never said we were chasing the pick, and I don't think that we are. I just still don't think this team is I still don't think they're going to win a whole lot of basketball games. So, Absinthe had me walking at a 55-degree. It'll do that. It'll do that. It'll definitely do that. I think the photonic pace, and Jesus Christ, keep refreshing. Keep everyone can fly up and down the court, but Vooch, Bigfoot ass. Vooch did a pretty good job at it in the last game. Not as good as in this one, but in the last game for sure. Good night, homie Hayes. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for tuning in, man. Wyo wins Sixth Man of the Year. Is he near max player if he continue to improve? Near max, maybe. Sixth Man of the Year, I doubt it. You got to win games to win Sixth Man of the Year. You got to do it. Do y'all travel or do y'all just podcast in Chicago? I actually don't live in the city of Chicago, so there you go. He just drives to the hoop on purpose. Shot seems okay too. Who are you talking about, Ammo? Oh, THT? THT? I mean, we'll see. Like I said before, I get it why, because of his performance, why everybody says they see THT getting minutes. But Billy Donovan goes 8 or 9 deep. And so the starting five is basically set. Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, Patrick Williams, right? So that's your starting five. Io Jalen Smith, that's your 7. Modest, Julian, Lonzo when he's healthy, Lonzo when he's actually playing, right? On the games that he's playing when it's not back-to-back. I just think THT is going to be in that Derrick Jones Jr. role where we may see him for a couple of games and may not see him for a few games. And he could fluctuate in and out of the lineup that way. That's my personal thought on it. But we'll see. We'll see. Get the Malort. Malort? Jesus Christ, how down bad are you to drink Malort willingly? Unless you're having a Chicago handshake, you drinking Malort willingly? That's crazy. It was good to see Lonzo driving to the basket against the defender. Was interested to see how he would do in that situation. Stronger than I thought he would be. Listen, Lonzo has shown no fear. No fear right now. And so that's really good to see that Lonzo, after being out this long, is really coming back and just playing like him. He's just playing like him. What player comparison would you make? Reginald, you've watched me long enough. You know, I don't do player comps. Like my brain doesn't really work that way. Because then I start thinking about the intricacies of why it's different. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really want to compare. Like I saw people compare Kobe to Ben Gordon. They're not the same player at all. Not even remotely. Not even remotely. Do you think the pace will force Billy to go 10 deep? I heard them talking about it on the radio call of the game. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. Especially when it keeps everybody fresh. So there's definitely a possibility of that. I'm not going to see EJ Liddell battle for the basketball. You can tell he's tough for a small power forward. Oh, EJ Liddell is definitely tough. Like the toughness aspect of it is not anything that you even want to remotely question about EJ Liddell's game. EJ Liddell is a tough bastard, and he's going to be locked in. And it's going to be really fun to see him down there with the Windy City Bulls because I think he's going to have a really nice season for them for sure, in my personal opinion. Who's going to guard Zion? Injuries. I don't know what to tell you there. DeRozan leaving might have been the best thing that could happen for P. Will. I mean, we haven't seen it yet. I mean, I'm not gonna let 2 games in the preseason say that all of a sudden now he's gonna be this different player because DeMar's gone. But I do hope that P. Will overall just steps up a lot. I hope that that's the case. So great content as always, fan. Been a supporter since day one. Shout out to Vern. Vern is one of the OGs here. Him, Shay, Brandon L. Jet. I think Brandon L. Jet was like subscriber like number 7 or something like that. Like, appreciate all you guys for your support over the years. And y'all know we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But all right, y'all. Thank you guys for so much for tuning in, man. We're gonna go ahead, get ready to wrap it up. Make sure you guys are following the show at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. BullCentralPod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that's thanks to you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See Red if you can, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.